Hello everybody, we are Ace Run Productions. I am Felix.
And I am Conrad.
And we have the 2019 Ed Headrick Hall of Fame Classic at the IDGC in Appling, Georgia. This is the last stop of the PDGA National Tour for 2019. We've got chase card footage today featuring some of the greats of the game, and we are surrounded by some all-time greats here in the Hall of Fame. RecTech Grills is your presenting sponsor for this event.
I have to say I'm really excited to not only be a part of the coverage here, but also just being in the presence of all these pros. It was really exciting. We have Chris Dickerson with Prodigy Disc, Simon Lizotte with Discmania, Joel Freeman representing Innova Disc, and Nikko Locastro.
Nikko coming off of that great showing at the USDGC. So here we have hole 1. It is a par 4, 660. There's two routes that the pros are going to take. A lot of them are going to take this hyzer route up the right hand side. There is also like a force flex line if you want to take it up the left side. Ideally you want to get something in this landing area here as you make the turn. That's going to set you up for an ideal hyzer shot through this gallery of trees here, which knocks down a lot of approaches, and if you can get past these last couple of pines here, you'll be in good shape to secure a birdie.
Alright, we see Dickerson and Lizotte coming in tied at 14 under. We have Freeman at 13 under, and Locastro is 12 under.
First
all of them still in the game.
Tennessee, Chris Dickerson.
Chris Dickerson is first on the tee.
And he goes the hyzer route up the right.
Nice. There you go.
Gets to a pretty good landing spot.
Out of Germany,
Should have an open
Simon
look from there. Probably a little shorter of that turn that he wanted to do, but should be alright.
See what Simon's going to do here.
Go cut roller on that angle.
He's trying. Looks like it never stood up though.
Never gets far
From Colorado, Joel Freeman.
Joel Freeman getting a nice hand. As Simon was walking back, he said, "I can never get that angle right," but he tried it all 3 rounds.
Joel taking the flex route here, and just getting knocked down by the tree at the turn.
And from
I think he could
Missouri,
have got on
Nikko
either side of that. He would have been a good look at that. Have Nikko coming up on the box.
As we were saying, Nikko put on quite the show at the USDGC, carding an albatross on the famous 888 hole, and really putting on a great show in the last couple of rounds. Great to see Nikko back in the flow of things.
And Nikko with his signature flex, and that is just prime.
Yeah, that's about as ideal as you can get.
This video is proof that I did not place his disc there. That was just actual skill.
We had a nice sized gallery following the chase card here. It was nice to see. There's about a 20-minute gap between ourselves and the lead card right behind us. Joe gets creative there, trying to get a forehand roller on it. Gets him far enough out there, he should be able to save the par from there.
Alright, Dickerson looks like he's going the hyzer route there. The tree's blocking any other options that he would have had.
This looks good.
Oh yeah, that's real good.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's pretty much a drop-in 3 to start the round.
And that's why these guys are not playing in my division.
Simon's a little pinched here, and he throws something stable out of there on hyzer. And it works. Nicely done there by Simon. He's going to be able to secure a 3 there with a relatively easy putt. And Nikko would just look at this drive. This is fantastic. He's got a putter upshot. Anytime you're throwing a putter as an upshot on a 600-foot hole, you did something right.
Joe here is forced to take this forehand gap that's on the left. Puts a little flex on it, and it worked out. Probably a little bit shorter than he wanted, but it shouldn't be a problem to tap this out. And there you go.
Yeah, Joel's a solid putter. Watching him all weekend warming up on the putting greens, you can tell he's just a confident putter. Simon, an easy 3 there. Nikko dropping in the birdie as well. As does Chris. So 3 out of the 4 taking the birdie to start the round.
Alright, hole 2 is a par 3, playing 390. And this is a hyzer's dream. Even the players in my division can somewhat get to the green here, so we'll see what the pros can do.
It's definitely a hyzer line. It gets a little tight as you approach the green here, so you still have to have some touch and control as you approach these last set of guardian trees on that hyzer line.
And Dickerson's up here, pushing the edge of those trees, but he makes it through clean enough.
Looks like
inside circle 1.
Looks like the same disc he threw on hole 1, so must be comfortable with it.
Simon not taking quite as wide of a line, missing the trees. Wow. And
almost sits it on top of Chris's disc. This has got to be a force flex line for Nikko too. He loves that shot.
Not really. That right there was more flat. Oh. Hit that tree and ended up in the ditch there. Yeah. Or over by the ditch. Still should be able to get up and down.
Yeah, as long as you're not deep in the woods here, it's for these guys, it's pretty easy to still get up and down and save the par.
And I'm going to say Joe took the cleanest route, but he hit that tree at the end that still paid out for him. Nikko with an upshot here.
You could throw in that yellow Cenis again.
You seen this?
Nicely done by Joel, picking up the 2, so he makes up for that par he took on hole 1.
Simon tossing one in.
Simon 2 for 2 so far to start. Chris looking to join the party.
And he's in.
So we should note that Chris and Simon both came in 5 strokes off the lead starting the round, so something to keep an eye on. Adam Hammis and Calvin Heimberg were 1 stroke apart on the lead card, 5 strokes and 4 strokes ahead of Simon and Chris, respectively. Alright, we have hole 3, which is one of the newer holes to WR Jackson. This is a par 4 at 726 feet. Ideally, you want to get to a landing zone, which is then going to break right and head down this fairway here. Some of these trees are no longer there. They're kind of cleaned up a little bit. But make no mistake about it, this is a tough turnover line to get in position to try to get a birdie here. It really takes 2 very high-level shots to be able to secure a birdie on this hole.
We have Dickerson going up.
And the turnover line, it's a little tight.
Yeah, it's a little tight. He gets knocked down into the trees on the right-hand side.
Great job by the spotters all weekend. A lot of volunteers doing a Remarkable job of marking everybody's discs for them. Simon going big. And he's going to clip an early tree. You can see it sputtering down.
Yeah.
That had potential. It almost looked like that Skamahawk type of shot that he throws. As he shrugs it off and laughs, as Simon always does. Let's see what Joel's got lined up here. Big sky turnover as that bird almost gets taken out by it. And that's ideal.
That is ideal.
He likes it. He's got good reason to like it. He's going to have the best chance to birdie out there. He's in position.
And I'm thinking from the tee, he doesn't even really realize that he's like literally in the fairway, not just
This
on the side.
looks too early and too much angle, and
Yeah.
Nikko's in that rough stuff as well. It's tough in there. There's also like a tighter line, which Nikko was looking at on the inside, which kind of cuts the corner, but he elected for the wider shot. Simon is looking to do Simon things here. I saw him eyeing the sky, pretty much. And this is a giant Annie way above the tree line. And still turning.
There it is. And coming out.
And he's about 45-ish from the pin, which is remarkable. That was a completely blind shot, just trusting his disc. Chris was in there moving around lumber for what seemed like forever. He tried to get some footing here. And this shot's going to fade out a little bit, and it's going to end up behind that thick bush back there. It's hard to even see.
Nikko looks like he's moving some lumber too. Building forts back there.
Oh, and that clips an early tree. But luckily, it pushed him back out into the fairway.
Yep.
This looks good. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great recovery there by Nikko. To stay calm and cool and collected there and be able to execute a shot after hitting a tree like that. That says a lot about him.
The way it was coming in, it was actually going to get closer to the pin, but there's a little stump that nudged it.
Joel was asking for that disc to turn more, but the tree knocked it down. He's still going to have a look there. So as we said, he's going to be really the only one to have a birdie look. Chris is somewhere in there, I promise you.
I couldn't see him.
There goes a shot up. And that's pretty remarkable.
Yes, that's a great shot.
So Simon, like we said, about 45-ish out. Oh, and that skinny tree there just kind of nudged it high.
Yep.
Joel with a look for the birdie. Let's get down.
Oh, here's the top of the bogey band. Nikko puts one in.
Saving the par. Simon as well. Saving par on that one. And Chris follows suit. So that's pars all the way around here on hole 3.
And I say pars on that hole, it's not nothing to frown at. Probably didn't gain anything on the field, but you definitely didn't lose anything.
Yeah, that's one of the harder holes, I think, since they introduced these new holes at Jackson.
All right, hole 5 we have coming up. Nope, hole 4, my fault. Hole 4 is a par 3, 327 feet. It's basically a tonal shot that fades out to the left. You do have to make somewhat of a good turn here once you get to the corner in order to actually reach the basket and have a look.
Yeah, stable mid-range, stable fairway. Most of these pros should be able to carve this line up pretty well.
And it looked like a mid that Dickerson was throwing here.
That's the line you want to take, and it looks stable enough to get there.
And that one, I'm the only witness to it, but it hit the lock on the bottom of the basket.
Simon, that's too straight of a shot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is one of Joel's gators. He's got a couple different gators that he likes to throw. And he yanked that one.
Yeah.
But it kept
him
him in the fairway.
Yeah, that was a good thing.
Nikko here lining up what looks to be a driver. There's that forced flex line he likes.
And that is why he likes it.
And you can see Dickerson's disc right behind the basket there. So Joel trying to figure out his options here. It's a tight turn you got to make, and not a lot of room to make that turn. Goes flare shot with a driver.
And that was well played. Very well played.
He's saying to us here, one bat or just bad enough and just good enough. Simon looking to pitch up and preserve the par here. That's gonna work.
Good job.
That's a great save there by Joel.
Nikko tapping in for that birdie. Simon finishing out with his par. And Dickerson as well. Finishing out with his birdie. It's a great shot.
So see the scores here. Dickerson is on a heater here. That's 3 out of 4 that he's gotten so far to start his round.
Alright, now we're headed into hole 5.
So hole 5 is a par 3, 432-foot tunnel shot.
This is a tunnel shot.
A lot of the pros will tell you this is the hardest hole that Jackson has to offer now. It is just a monstrous shot to keep something that straight for that long and then control the fade at the end. It is not an easy task, and that's why this hole routinely plays above par.
Yeah, because even if you're slightly off, you get a kick by the tree. The height and the strength that you're throwing in is kicking far. It's not falling right down, unless you get a double kick.
So Dickerson is going with a mid-range at a 430-foot hole. And it's perfect. Joe Freeman told him, when you pulled out the mid-range, I thought you were laying up.
Nikko trying to...
He's trying to turn it, just didn't miss that last set of trees there. Simon looks like he's going up the gut. I don't know if he's throwing that Night Strike FD here. I couldn't tell. This looks very good. He's pured the line.
You just have to worry about the fade at the end, but he gets through. Won't have any of those trees in his way. Joe looks like he was taking the route that Dickerson took, but did not get the same break.
So Nikko lining up the old patent pending here. Nice amount of turn.
Right up to the basket.
Very nice shot there by Nikko. Good execution. Joel not left with much here, so he's just trying to get over the top there with the tomahawk, and it's in the middle, but he's got some work to do to try to save that par.
And that's what I was talking about, being off by just a little bit.
You get punished.
Yep.
Simon with a look here for 2, probably just right at circle's edge.
Yeah.
And he cashes it in. Very nicely done there. Great hole by Simon there. And Dickerson just mowing him down. That's 4 out of 5 to start. At this point, he has started to gain ground on the lead card with this hot start.
Nikko and Joe both tapping out.
So at this point, Dickerson is now 18 under par, heading into hole 6.
Hole 6 is a par 3 and at 366 feet. You do have 2 routes to here to take. I've only seen Eagle successfully take the left route. Everything else is the Heiser route. To get to a safe landing area, it's really hard to get to the green from the tee with all the guardian trees in the middle. But if there's a will, there's a way.
So you will probably see a different variety of shots here. Dickerson is going with a forehand. Up the right side. Looked a little low to get all the way there. Don't know if he quite made it to the green. We'll have to see. Simon going the Heiser route with the backhand. It's a better height. Good angle.
A little skippish, but he's still in inside range.
Simon's one of the best spin putters out there. His range is pretty ridiculous. Nikko, that's early.
It sounded terrible. Yeah.
He said it sounded terrible.
Joe going with the backhand Heiser as well.
It looks a little too wide.
Flipped it up.
Hit the tree?
Said a little too wide?
Well, it hit the tree, but the tree helped him out. Kept him in line. Nikko from a knee. Oh, it's a rough go. There's so many trees around this green.
Yeah.
Chris here looking for his patented step putt. He's deadly with these.
Oh, off the bogey band. So close.
Good bid, though. Committed to it. Nikko's got this for his par.
Oh.
Just low. Simon. Little left. Doesn't bring it in.
See Joe if he can get this birdie. And he does.
Nicely done. Joel takes a stroke on the card there.
As the rest of them tap out.
And a rare par for Chris so far, as he seems to be birdieing everything in sight. So we move on to hole 7. This is a par 4 at 744 feet. Pros are going to take the big Heiser line here to get down to this landing area that we got coming around just past this tree line. Then you're going to have some options. Really, a good option is the right-hand side with a Heiser if you can get it, but it's guarded by a lot more trees. Welcome to WR Jackson. There are trees in every line, good or bad. There's also a bit of a forehand line if you get out of position and fall too much to the left from your tee shot. But ideally, the pros are looking to just get to that landing area and work from there.
Still have to be very careful around the green with it sloping so much. There's a high risk for rollaways.
This looks very good by Joel. He's making that gap. He splits it perfectly.
It's in.
He's going to have his pick of lines from there. That's a very nice drive there. Chris looking to match it.
And yep, comes through right in the center. Just takes a little skip a little bit further than Joel.
Still in pretty good position there. He might have gotten a little further left than he likes. It's such a touchy landing area there. Simon's probably trying to ace this.
That looks a little wide.
Yeah.
Oh, but he
Clicks that last tree.
tree.
And that put him tight behind that tree. That's unfortunate.
I thought he's going to end up in the fairway the way he's come out, but
Nikko last on the box here.
now that looks like a good move too.
Right up this middle. And he makes the correction. That looked like what Simon's line was going to do. It was just a touch wider, and Nikko corrects Puts it right in the middle. So this is the problem here, where Simon's just right behind that tree. He tries to sidearm out, and it just kind of flattens out at the end, but doesn't quite come back out. So Joe's got a gator in his hand. And he yanked that one. Just pushes him back over to the left.
Yep, kick down into the middle.
Chris here, yeah, like we said, he just got a little bit further left than he wanted. Goes up the gut there.
See the line he was going for.
Oh, that almost worked out.
I saw the tree that got him.
And Nikko here, prime position. Hits the gap. Great shot.
Sits down on the green. That's what you're always looking for. Even when you make the gap, you're always nervous about how it's going to react on the ground.
Simon's still trying to save this 3. Good bid from there. Joel with another gator in his hand. This is that Scott Withers edition. And he sets it down nicely. Chris giving it a good bid also. So Nikko with a chance here for the birdie and a stroke on the card.
Yeah.
Very nicely done. That's about as well as I've ever seen that hole played.
Yeah, you can ask for any better.
Rest of the guys clean up their pars. Dickerson drops in. So Nikko with a lone birdie heading into hole 8.
Now, hole 8 is a par 4 playing 645 feet. The first shot here is typically a mid-range or something that's going to go out, but slowly fade to the right. Then once you actually get to the ideal landing area, which is about here, you have an option of route to take. Mostly taken is the right alley with a hyzer. But again, if you get one bad tree kick, it can lead to a number of other shots being taken on this hole. Nikko with a mid.
That looks like too much angle.
Yep, and it cuts in before the turn.
Yeah, that is big time trouble once you get in that area there. Joel looking for the forehand play. That's too high.
And oh yeah, that just got chopped down in his prime.
Nothing good about that.
As Joel says, nothing good about that. Chris also going to try the forehand line here.
Takes it a little bit lower there. Still inside though.
Clipped the tree too. Pushed him a little bit. Simon going the turnover route. This looks better. It's got a good amount of glide. Finishing out. That's not bad.
Yeah, I'll take that. It gives you, if he's not up against the tree, it'll at least give him some options.
Yeah. So Chris here has a minuscule gap he's trying to hit.
Yes.
And he hits it perfectly.
Wow. I just finished this fight. I didn't know the beginning was so technical.
Yeah. Joel was right behind them cheering him on. He couldn't believe it. Joel with a good out himself. Puts him back in the fairway from there. Simon is pinched. He's got a patent pending here.
Wow.
Talk about commitment and
that
this
is commitment.
Look
and
at
I have
this
to say
shot.
that paid off. Wow.
Look at this. Wow.
This,
Putting your body on the line. That is remarkable execution by Simon. So Nikko finds himself deep in it here. And that's the problem.
Yeah, you got 2 kicks that kept him in the woods.
This right side is so unforgiving. Coming back out and some more tree kicks.
2 more kicks.
But he's back on the fairway. Joel here with his third. Out of his hand, he didn't like this, but
yeah,
he's right by Simon.
It found a way.
Nikko here with that A2. Nicely done there, good touch.
That'll put.
Absolutely. Chris here, he's so good at these little touchy up shots. And there you go. Delivers again. So Simon with a look here for an unlikely birdie.
And he gets it. Wow.
Hangs on. It was worth all the sacrifice there, rolling around on the ground. Joel with a nice par save from where he was. That was a rough one for Nikko, for sure. And Chris saving the par as well.
Yeah, Nikko didn't get any favorable kicks on that one, I can tell you that much.
So Chris continues to move along here. He is still at 18 down as we head towards hole 9 and the end of the front half here. Hole 9, we have a par 4, 618 feet. There are a couple of fairways to take. The pros are normally going to take the left-hand side with something stable on a little bit of ante and have it finish somewhere near this road. That gives you an optimal line to get to the basket here. Again, through just the last set of fairway trees and a couple of guardian trees guarding the green here. But ideally, if you can get in position off the tee, you'll have a good look at a birdie. Simon's going big. Really big.
Really big.
Way past the road by about 100 feet. And he's going to have a jump putt look for an eagle. And Joel's got to try to follow that up. No pressure, Joel.
That's out a good one.
That is good. Good amount of flex.
On the road, past the road.
And he's still in ideal position there. Yeah. Very nicely done. You see Steve Hill there, the PDGA, watching as these shots are coming in. Shouts out to the PDGA for putting on this event. Being out the close of the National Tour is always a beautiful event to come out here to WR Jackson and the IDGC this time of year. Dickerson, this is a smash as well. Past the road, he's going to be a little tight. He's going to have a couple of trees to contend with where he landed. Okay, Nikko.
We say ideal landing area, but that can just turn into the worst area just by a few feet if you're behind the tree here.
Nikko going with the roller. That took a bad kick. And gets past the road.
But then ends back on the road.
Now that road is just a path. It's not OB or anything of that nature. It's just a crossing path for the actual park here. Nikko's got a tight line to hit, and he's hit it. Will it finish enough?
Looks like it is. Right inside the circle.
Very nicely done. He's got a chance to save the birdie still. Chris, now this is what we're talking about. He's surrounded by 3 different trees. And he punches through.
Slides right up. I didn't think that would be the gap to take, but Dickerson obviously knows more than I do.
So Joel here with a pretty much a straight up shot here at it. Very nicely done.
Yeah.
These guys are making this hole look a lot easier than it actually is. Simon, like I said, he's got a look here for eagle. And he's running it.
He's trying to get it. Oh.
That would have been some fireworks there. Let's take a look at the reverse angle here. Good height, just finishes in front of it.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
The whole time it looked like it had a chance.
But still a spectacular drive.
Yep.
Chris with the birdie to finish out the front 9. That's going to put him 19 down at the turn. Simon dumps it in himself.
Finishing 19 down.
So Simon right on his heels. Joel with a good birdie.
That puts him 15 down.
And Nikko to complete the star frame. There it is.
Putting him at 14 down.
So a solid front half for all these guys. Simon and Dickerson are hot on the heels of the lead card right now, heading into the turn.
We would like to thank the PDGA for allowing us to come out and film, the Jomez crew, Terry Miller and Johnny Disc Golf for working with and alongside us. We also have some historic footage of the legends playing in this event, as well as other Hall of Famers. Back 9 coverage will be coming out soon, so if you have not already, like, subscribe, and follow Ace Run Pro. Let's get excited for some disc golf.